Hey everyone, welcome. I'd like to call the Hammond Redevelopment Commission meeting to order on this Tuesday, May 6th. It is now 4:30 p.m. The meeting will begin. Can you please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance and a moment of silence after?
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right, thank you, Commissioner Myricks. Karen, can we get a roll call tonight?
Tomich,
Here.
Kabaki,
Here.
Mosey Sheldon,
Here.
Myrick,
Here.
Helpers.
Here, all five are present, four in chambers here and one by Zoom. Okay, number 3, declaration of conflict of interest. Number 4, communications. Looks like we received 2.
We do. We have 2 communications that we asked to be referred to staff. First is a letter from Kenwood Tap in Hessville. They have interest in an HRC-owned building on Kennedy Avenue. And the other communication is Cynthia Rangel put together 26 new residential inquiries from our website. These are HRC lots that people are looking to purchase and build homes on. So she is asking to refer to staff with authorization to advertise for RFP when we are ready for that step.
So moved.
Second.
Okay, motion's been made by Commissioner Myricks, second by Commissioner Shelton. Let's have a roll call then on those, especially for the lots.
Tomich,
Yes.
Kabaki,
Yes.
Mosey Sheldon,
Yes.
Myrick,
Yes.
Helpers.
Yes, motion passes 5 yes. Okay, that brings us to our minutes. We got 2 sets, April 1st, 2025 and April 15th, 2025 minutes.
Mr. President, if there's no further questions or discussions, I would like to make a motion to approve the minutes from April 1st, 2025 and April 15th, 2025.
Second.
Okay, motion's been made by Commissioner Kabaki, second by Commissioner Shelton. That's for the minutes dating April 1st, 2025 and April 15th, 2025. No further questions or discussion or corrections on the minutes? Then roll call, please.
Tomich,
Yes.
Kabaki,
Yes.
Mosey Sheldon,
Yes.
Myrick,
Yes.
Helpers.
Yes, motion passes 5 yes. All right, number 6 is a homebound conditional forgivable loan approval. Looks like we have a Ronald and Nicole Campbell at 6713 Alexander Avenue.
Good afternoon, Commissioners.
Good afternoon.
It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood.
Nice.
We have 2 applicants here, Mr. Ronald and Ms. Nicole Campbell, who wants to purchase the property at 6713 Alexander Avenue. They are requesting approval for homebound, conditional forgivable loan in the amount of $6,432.
Just a couple quick questions for you, Mr. Campbell. How did you hear about our program?
Our real estate agent, Shonda Frazier, told us about the program.
I didn't even have to ask who that agent was.
2 and 1.
No, we do this all the time. Is this your first time home buyer?
Yes.
I have no further questions. Anyone else?
Congratulations.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Well, if there's no further questions or discussions, I'd like to make a motion for the approval of the homebound conditional forgivable loan approved for Ronald and Nicole Campbell, 6713 Alexander Avenue.
Second.
Okay, then, motion's been made by Commissioner Myrick, second by Commissioner Kabaki. That's for the homebound conditional forgivable loan approval for Ronald and Nicole Campbell at 6713 Alexander Avenue. Let's have a roll call, please.
Tomich,
Yes.
Kabaki,
Yes.
Mosley Sheldon,
Yes.
Myrick,
Yes.
Helpridge.
Yes, motion passes with 5 yes. Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Okay, number 7 is acceptance of requests for proposals for the sale of real estate for property commonly known as 826 Willow Court.
Commissioners, we received one response to this RFP. It was from a Mr. Jose Flores. His offer was the full amount on the RFP, which was $1,700. We received just one. I would ask to refer it to staff, and we will get back to you on the next steps.
So moved.
Second.
Okay, motion's been made by Commissioner Salton, second by Commissioner Myrick. Let's have a roll call on that.
Comich,
Yes.
Kabaki,
Yes.
Mosley Sheldon,
Yes.
Myrick,
Yes.
Helfrich.
Yes, motion passes 5 yes. Okay, number 8, acceptance of requests for proposals for the sale of real estate for property commonly known as 537 Hoffman Street.
Commissioners, at this time, there were no respondents to 537 Hoffman, and also going down to item number 19, there were no responses to RFP for 816 Summer.
No. Okay, thank you. Just, you can put it in the minutes, but then we will move to number 10 then. Number 10 reads approval of agreement to purchase real estate for a property commonly known as 1149-11 State Street.
Commissioners, you will see a signed agreement to purchase. This is an HRC parcel that's located at 1149 to 11 State Street. We would like to sell it to Hammond Fence Company of Indiana, Inc. for $400. This is a very small parcel, nothing is on it, and it's actually surrounded by other parcels that Hammond Fence owns, so this is a correction. And he was the only respondent to this RFP. We did.
Well, with that, Mr. President, there's no further questions or discussions. I'd like to make a motion for the approval of agreement to purchase real estate, property commonly known as 1149-11 State Street.
Second.
Okay, motion's been made by Commissioner Myrick, second by Commissioner Kabaki. That's the approval of the agreement to purchase real estate for a property commonly known as 1149-11 State Street. Roll call, please.
Comich,
Yes.
Kabaki,
Yes.
Mosley Sheldon,
Yes.
Myrick,
Yes.
Helfrich.
Yes, motion passes 5 yes. Number 11 is approval of Hammond Fence Company, estimate to fence the AC unit at 5264 Holman Avenue.
Commissioners, the location here is the former LaSalle Hotel in downtown Hammond. We are looking to put in a fence behind the hotel to secure our new AC unit back there. I believe we are going with the alternative price of $2,200. I see there are two there, but I believe we are going with the lower one.
Mr. President, if there's no further questions or discussions, I'd like to make a motion to approve the approval of the Hammond Fence estimate to cover the AC unit at 5264 Holman Avenue, the alternate estimate of $2,200.
Second.
Okay, motion's been made by Commissioner Kabaki, second by Commissioner Shelton. Let's have a roll call.
Comich,
Yes.
Kabaki,
Yes?
Mosley Sheldon,
Yes.
Myrick,
Yes.
Helfrich.
Yes, motion passes 5 yes. Okay, number 12 is an approval of the Hammond Sportplex renovation expansion project change order number 3. It's Grimmer Construction Incorporated for earthwork there.
Good evening, Commissioners. Thank you for taking this action. With me today is Mike Farino. Mr. Farino represents Bauer Construction Services as our construction manager on the project. During the course of reviewing the plans and making certain modifications to the sportsplex, it was determined that in order for the floor to look proper, we had to step down to accommodate the new hardwood floor, and that required us to drop the grade inside the existing area where the soccer field's being played by like 2 inches across the entire floor. Fortunately, as part of Bauer's budget, they had budgeted in $65,000 worth of allowance because, as we know, earthwork is sort of, could be a lot of unknowns. And so they solicited quotes from 3 contractors. The low responsive quote was from Grimmer Construction in the amount of $69,000, and that was built into their allowance for earthwork. And so the net effect is an increase to the contract amount by just $4,000. Grimmer's cost of $69 minus the $65,000 allowance is the $4,000. So that will resolve that situation and be able to basically not have to step up or down. I think up out of the changing rooms was sort of important to us, to not have like a tripping hazard coming in and out, but that was significant. The $4,000 is within the contingency amount that remains for the project. It's a $9+ million project, and so there's contingency set aside. I think we have like $270,000 worth of contingency, so it's already covered on the budget amount. So at this point, I take any questions. I'll ultimately ask for your approval of the change order number 3. I think that means net. It's sort of the net add. Let me just see if I can catch up with you. There will be a delta. So it's the incremental addition. It's delta means change in engineering terminology. The delta symbol means the change. So the change is a net increase of $4,000, which is covered by the cost of the contingency that's already factored in. You're welcome.
Yeah, they were pretty close. They weren't too far off, so that was good to have that little buffer in there.
Yeah, and I think earthwork's close to being done, so that we don't expect any more surprises at this point, because as you know, the walls are erected. Most of that work is completed. There is some work to be done on the outdoor volleyball courts, but for the most part, that portion of this agreement with Grimmer is pretty much done.
And we'll all be on a level playing field then. I'm sorry. No.
I love it. I love it.
No, but I mean, it's a good thing. I think so, like you said, for tripping hazard and the way it'll finish, the way it'll look.
Yep.
Thank you, Dean.
You're welcome.
All right. Does anybody else have anything for engineering? Dean Button.
Mr. President, if there are no further questions or discussion, I'd like to make a motion for the approval of the Hammond Sportsplex renovation expansion project change order 3 for Grimmer Construction, Inc. for earthwork.
Second?
Second.
Okay, a motion's been made by Commissioner Shelton, second by Commissioner Kabaki. That's the approval of the Hammond Sportsplex renovation expansion project change order number 3. Roll call, please.
Talmadge,
Yes.
Kabaki,
Yes.
Mosley Sheldon,
Yes.
Myrick,
Yes.
Halper.
Yes. Motion passes 5 yes.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, number 13 is approval of environmental services proposal from Americo Inc. for 628 Hoffman Street.
Commissioners, this is a proposal for some additional soil work and monitoring over at the former Queen Anne Candy site, currently the Meats by Lynn site. IDEM came back with a few more steps for us that Americo can help out with: sampling and analysis plan, some additional soil sampling, and then a revised remediation work plan. This proposal comes to about $13,000, and it's needed to close the site as clean.
Okay.
Mr. President, if there are no further questions or discussion, I'd like to make a motion for the authorization to advertise a request for proposals for the sale of real estate. Oh, no. I'd like to make a motion for the approval of environmental services proposal from Americo Inc. for 628 Hoffman Street.
Second?
Okay.
Gotta give it a minute.
Okay, then we have a motion then. It's been made by Commissioner Shelton, second by Commissioner Kabaki. That's the approval of environmental services for proposal for Americo Inc. for 628 Hoffman Street. Roll call then.
Tomich,
Yes.
Kabaki,
Yes.
Mosley Sheldon,
Yes.
Myrick,
Yes.
Hubbard.
Yes, motion passes, 5 yes. Okay, number 14's authorization to advertise a request for proposals for the sale of real estate at Clark Fields. We have lots 22, 23, and 24.
Commissioners, these will be the final lots for sale, buildable for a home at Clark Field. These are the 3 lots that are underneath the former Station Number 2. Now that they have moved out and in their new location, this building will be coming down for demo soon. Working with Dean on some site prep then we can offer it up for RFP, and we do have people interested in these sites. So I'm assuming that they're going to go pretty quickly, but this is just a step to get us to authorized for proposal.
Okay. Yeah, it's coming along. I think there's, I forgot how many houses are, 4 or
There's
5
3
already?
up, and I think they're digging 2 foundations. Right?
Yeah,
That's what I saw. Ooh.
yep. All right, then, thank you, Ms. Taylor. Would anybody want to entertain a motion for authorization on those?
Mr. President, if there are no further questions or discussion, I'd like to make a motion for the approval of the authorization to advertise a request for proposals for the sale of real estate at Clark Fields, lots 22, 23, and 24.
Second.
Okay, thank you. Motion's been made by Commissioner Shelton, second by Commissioner Myricks. Let's have a roll call then, please.
Tomich,
Yes.
Kabaki,
Yes.
Mosley Sheldon,
Yes.
Myrick,
Yes.
Hubbard.
Yes, motion passes, 5 yes. Okay, number 15 are bills, register of claims.
Mr. President, I'd like to make a motion to approve the register of claims April 3, 2025 through April 30th, 2025 for the redevelopment commission meeting May 6, 2025, beginning with claims dated 4/3/25 and ending with claims dated 4/30/25. Claims number starting R67040 through R67112 inclusive.
Second?
Second.
Okay, motion's been made by Commissioner Myrick, second by Commissioner Tomich. That's claims R67040 through claim R67112 inclusive. Is there any questions on these claims for staff? Okay, then roll call, please.
Tomich,
Yes.
Kabaki,
Yes.
Mosley Sheldon,
Yes.
Myrick,
Yes.
Hubbard.
Yes, motion passes, 5 yes. Okay, number 16, reports. Ms. Ann Taylor, would you like to share anything tonight?
Yes, we have 2 events coming up worth noting. We have our Mayor's Night Out next Wednesday on the 14th at Hammond Central. Begins at 6:30. And on Thursday, June 5th at noon, we will have a home builders luncheon. This will be at Lost Marsh. The last time we had this, I believe, was pre-COVID, and this is targeted towards developers and companies who build single-family homes. We will update them on what we've been doing in the past and what we have coming up in the future. So if you're interested in that, just let us know. Thank you.
All right, good stuff. Thank you. Anybody else? Okay. Number 17 is then new and unfinished business.
Yep, we have 3 items, and I
Okay, I wasn't
apologize
sure.
about the 3.
I know there was 2 for sure. but
Usually
okay.
we try to have it at 0.
That's
But the
okay.
first one, thank you. We just want to keep these projects moving. The first one I have from Tarenga is in form of an email. It is a proposal for a survey, a boundary survey and a topo engineering survey. This is for a parcel owned by Redevelopment Commission that is just south of the Florida Avenue development. If you recall, that was also a redevelopment-owned parcel that we subdivided into 11 single-family home lots. A developer purchased those and have since built 10 of the 11 homes. A wonderful development. So we are exploring to see if we can subdivide this parcel into some more buildable lots. So we need to get some surveys done to kind of dig into this.
That's where it says parcel 2.
Do
This one here.
Parcel 1. You got it. Parcel 2 is also owned by us, but that is not developable. And the proposal is for $8,750.
Mr. President, there's no further questions or discussions. I'd like to make a motion for the approval of boundary tracing survey with Rankin with a cost not to exceed $8,750 with a completion date of 30 to 45 days from the notice of parcel.
Second.
Okay, motion's been made by, excuse me, Commissioner Myrick, second by Commissioner Kabaki. Let's have a roll call then.
Talmadge,
yes,
Kabaki,
Yes.
Mosley Sheldon,
Yes.
Myrick,
Yes.
Upridge.
Yes, motion passes 5 yes.
Next up, Dean, we have 2 more.
Yes,
Okay.
if you don't mind, good evening again. Any questions that I can't answer, Mike Farino's also here to help me out. Well, I act like I know everything. So tonight, and it's my apologies for the lateness of this, well, this is not good. I don't know what I'm doing wrong here.
Do you need an extra copy, Dean? I have.
I'll be okay, I'll sort of wing it. So I'm coming to you with change order number 4 for the Sportsplex expansion. This is a $6,404.35 change order. This is to add 8 sleeves into the concrete floor where the wood floor is going. And this is to accommodate when championship volleyball play occurs. So under normal conditions, the volleyball courts are set to ISHAA standards. If we have a tournament where it requires the championship level, or I'm assuming collegiate level volleyball, the volleyball net posts have to be installed at a different or wider position. And this accommodates those sleeves for those 4 courts. Striping, the Sportsplex is recommending that when we do championship courts that we would temporarily stripe the courts. If we stripe the courts now with conventional play and championship play, there would be two sets of lines, and it would be very confusing to regular, ordinary volleyball players. As I mentioned before, we have about a $270,000 contingency, so the $6,400 will be withdrawn from that contingency. So given what we've said today, we're down to around $260,000, $255,000 in remaining contingency. I'd appreciate the approval of the change order and would answer any questions you might have.
Mr.
None at this
President,
time. Thanks, Dean.
right, if there's no further questions or discussions, I would like to make a motion for the approval of the cast-in-place concrete change order number 4 by Larson Danielson, not to exceed $6,404.35.
Thank you.
Second.
Okay, motion's been made by Commissioner Kabaki, second by Commissioner Tomage. That's for the change order number 4. Roll call, please.
Tomit,
Yes.
Kabaki,
Yes,
Mosley Sheldon,
Yes.
Myrick,
Yes.
Hubbard.
Yes, motion passes 5 yes.
Thank you to the board. So the last one I have for you is change order number 5 for the Hammond Sportsplex expansion. And this is to Larson Danielson, the contractor who's doing the cast-in-place concrete. It's the same contract that you just considered change order number 4 on. So there's a little bit of math involved. The net cost to this, the delta, as we said earlier, cost to this is an increase of $2,898. So what happened was this commission had seen a prior change order credit for not removing a portion of the concrete on the sides of the project that didn't need to be removed. That kept the level surface all the way across. It was not where the area where the courts are being installed. It's the perimeter concrete. That work saved the commission $12,120. The construction manager and the concrete representative, I'm sorry, I beg your pardon, that saved $9,600. The construction manager and the concrete supplier, along with the flooring company, have sort of gotten together and suggested that we do a surface applied sealant to the concrete that prevents the moisture. As concrete cures, the moisture comes out of the concrete into the environment and it sort of evaporates away. And we don't want that to happen on the surface between the hardwood floor and the concrete because it could cause warping of the wood floor. We think we're reasonable in the condition we are today, but we know that the area experiences high humidity, and the times when this floor is going to go in is when we expect to have humidity levels higher. So this will sort of keep the water from being in that and coming out of the concrete. And that cost is $12,120 increase to the contract amount. But since we saved the $9,600, the total, well, there was also a markup included for $378. So the net effect is an increase of $2,898 to protect the hardwood floor from warping as much as we reasonably can. And I'll take any questions.
No, thank you, Dean, on the explanation of that.
President, for the discussion, any other questions, I'd like to make a motion for the approval of the cast-in-place concrete change number 5, Danielson, net amount of $2,898.
Yes, sir.
Net amount of $2,898.
second.
Okay, motion's been made by Commissioner Myrick, second by Commissioner Kabaki. That's for change order number 5. Let's have a roll call, please.
Tomich,
Yes.
Kabaki,
Yes.
Mosley Sheldon,
Yes.
Myrick,
Yes.
Hubbard.
Yes, motion passes 5 yes.
Thank you to the commission.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
All right, that should conclude all green items for new and unfinished business. Number 18 is public comment. Public comment is open. Public comment is open. Public comment is open. If anybody would like to come forward and speak, you may do so now. We'll give you 3 minutes.
Good afternoon.
Good
Rodney Harris, I'm with JQOL. We are a DB engineering firm. We specialize in civil engineering, landscape architectural, structural, site, and survey services. I'm new to the area. I'm originally from Chicago, Indiana, so I'm not new, but we are based out of Indianapolis, Indiana. We also are based out of, Indianapolis, Indiana, but do service also in Louisville, Lexington, and I'm here to be in the 219 area, so this is East Chicago, Gary, Hammond. So I'm just here to say hello to everyone and just say good afternoon.
All right.
Fine.
Oh, sorry.
Rodney, could you tell me your company one more time?
JQOL Engineering.
Wonderful, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Yeah, if you want to leave a business card after the meeting with Ms. Taylor, you may do so.
Absolutely. Thank you.
All right, pleasure to have you. Thank you for coming by. All right, if there's no one else then, public comment is closed. Public comment is closed. Public comment is closed. Can we get a number 19?
Mr. President, I make a motion to adjourn.
Second.
Okay, we have a motion and a second. Can you all signify by aye?
Aye.
Ayes have it.
Aye.